All right, greetings and welcome to Code Quickie. And today we're going to be creating date partition tables in BigQuery. Now, just a quick overview of partition tables. It's really the concept here is to understand partition tables. And we need these partition tables because we don't want BigQuery to spend all its time looking through the whole table in order to find a certain piece of data. And date partition is specific, tongue twister, because it's actually a good example of why you need partition tables, right? So say, for example, we want to find about all the records for 2018. An unpartitioned table, what BigQuery would go ahead and do is look through all the records. And if you have a data set, if you have a table that's gigabytes, right, it's just going to take time. However, if you go ahead and partition that table by the date field, now BigQuery doesn't have to go through every single record to figure out whether it's to figure out its date because it already knows that it doesn't have any in 2017, right? So just this logic partition in by table. So when you're searching, right, greater than or less than, right, date is really obvious. Like greater than or less than, say if you have a quantity is 2, quantity is 4, and you want to say select all where quantity is greater than 3, right? You want to have a partition on it. You don't want to partition that column, right? So you can go ahead and say, okay, since this column is partitioned, right, I know I don't have to query this gigabyte of records in order to figure out all the records which are greater than 3. You already know. Same thing with date. I don't have to query all the records that are greater that are in the date after 2018. This thing I know already. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to start by going over to BigQuery. And we're going to go ahead and create a new data set. All right, and just want to take a little view for just working with your regular tables. Just want to see how that goes, see how long that takes, right? And it takes 0.7 seconds. All right, pretty fast, pretty fast. All right, but what I want to go ahead and do is that I want to create my own partition table. Right, so now I've made my partition table, partition by day. And you can see by the icons, it's not your regular table, it's a partition table. Go ahead and click on it, right? It's a partition table, right? BigQuery likes to make it very clear to us that, hey, it's a partition table, okay? Which is really nice, right? No cache results. We saw the last result was 0.7 seconds. We're going to just select all, select all. So BigQuery, the more columns you select, the slower it performs. So select all, which is better than should perform worse than selecting 4 columns. However, since this is a partition table, we'll see that it's even faster, right? 0.7 seconds, 0.4 seconds, and even less kilobytes processed, right? So that is amazing. That's the power. That's the power. With partition tables, we want to go ahead and do is we want to create a partition table that expires in 60 days, right? So we're going to go ahead, copy this code, right? Run it. But the important part here in the SQL syntax, or the BigQuery SQL syntax I like to call it, is partition by date, right? and your options. Go ahead and run, create this table, right? And now cut off by at or below 60 days, right? We do a little cutoff here, right? 7/18 is May 18th. That should be about 60 days. That looks like it's 2 months away, right? Or May, June, July, right? So that is just in short how to go ahead and create partition tables and the concepts of partition tables in BigQuery. Really, it's just a little syntax that saves you a lot. Little syntax saves you a lot. Really, the code is right here. Partition, right? Create or replace table partition by the column given. All right. And that is my video. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And once again, the link to the instructional will be attached in the description.